everybody, and welcome to the Smashcast. My name is Supanomics, and today I have with me...
Preacher to Rocks!
Muster.
Solus. And me.
That's
Who that?
That's Nico Mar.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be talking about a wide array of topics because we're branching out a little bit, and we're going to talk about whatever the hell we want instead of just Smash.
Yeah! Actually, we're just really bad at planning things.
So what's first?
Anyone?
Something about Fire Emblem anime?
Yeah, how about that Fire Emblem?
Remember that time when he used the sword and he killed the guy? That was a good game.
Okay. Let me give you guys the rundown. The new Fire Emblem game, for no apparent reason, doesn't have like an official American title, right? Just yet.
Yeah.
But it is, I guess, not even tentatively, but it is kind of officially called Fire Emblem IF in Japan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is certain or not, but I think the reasoning behind that is that, like, if represents how there's choices, like really big choices in the plot now. That seems to be this game's gimmick, that you have a hand, apparently, in how this story will progress, especially with these two families. I think one of them's Nor. I only remember that one because that's the one with the boob lady. What's the other one?
There's Hoshido, and they're the samurai white people.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense then. But there's a problem with this. Anybody want to address that for me? Because this sounds great, guys. I love story and plot and choosing and choose your own adventures. What's wrong with this game?
Because it's choosing to lock behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Paywall.
You have to pay. So you're telling me that BioWare is creating a new Fire Emblem game, and they're still charging money for it. Extra money than they should be. For the real ending.
Seems like it.
Yep.
Seems like it.
Well, apparently you can buy the game like freaking Pokemon, like whichever side you want at the store. And if you download it, like you go 6 chapters in, it's like, hey, choose the thing. And then like it downloads that path, and that becomes your thing. And like, if you want to try the other one now, you gotta go pay us monies.
All the monies.
Yeah, there's a lot wrong with this.
I'm sure that people will probably hack it to find a way to download both at the same time.
I'm sure that we are really overreacting right now, and they're probably both really big games.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, that's the hope, right? That there's a lot of content behind this, because like one of the bad things about this is that it locks you into that decision, right? There's no there's no starting a new game file and just being like, let's try it a different way this time.
Well, you can
after you buy the other one.
Yeah, after you pay again, which is
another
go ahead.
Another small feature. Each of the 3 versions, there's the first, second path, and like a secret third one. They all have 3 different save files.
Great.
So it's 9 total. So like it's basically 3 different games worth.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where you're like, I'll start a new game.
I don't know, like, saying that there's like an abundance of save files isn't really like a big thing, because games today should have a bunch of save files.
No, that's
like
not what
Pokemon
I'm saying. I'm saying like starting a new game, like you're starting a new game in that game.
Each version has 3 different save files.
Each version is its own game, basically.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Keeping its file like separate from everywhere else.
I wonder how significant that is, though, because it's not like if let's say there's one game that has like 20 save file slots. It's really just like allowing the game to have 20 different like ways to configure the same content. Like it's not. I don't think it's having a heavier toll on the game, or like it shows that it has super amount of space or anything.
What?
But I think like besides the lock thing, the worst thing is that there's this difficulty thing. Anyone want to address that?
Oh, this optional difficulty thing that's not intrusive at all. It's so awful.
Yeah.
It's really not that... It's not a bad feature. It's just, there is a new difficulty to go along with Classic and Casual, and it's called Phoenix Mode. In Phoenix Mode, any downed units will revive after, I think you said it was 5 turns?
No,
that was 3.
Oh,
Three?
Yeah, I heard
that was
3.
at the end of the turn.
Well, they revive shortly after they die.
Yeah.
It's visual novel mode.
Yes. Which I'm sure is great if you just want to breeze through the game And I mean, if you're a hardcore Fire Emblem fan, you don't have to play with it.
Yeah,
So,
and that's not even what I was talking about when it came to the difficulty. I was actually talking about how apparently
the black version is much harder than the white version.
So like that kind of dilutes the whole like I guess gimmick of this like separation. Like this is kind of like how Microsoft had a problem with mixed messaging with their Xbox One. It's like you can't really go back on like saying, oh, it should be always online, but I guess maybe not. And like now, like it's weird because it's like, yeah, make your own choices in the story, but also, I mean, you might want to take the easier one or the harder one. Like that literally fights against the dynamic that they're putting forth.
Pokemon Black and White did that.
Really?
Yeah. Once you beat the game, you unlocked easy mode for white version and hard mode for black version. Once you beat the game.
Really?
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Okay, that's still weird, but I guess the only reason why I'm not too mad at that is that seems like a just weird way to like handle post-game content, and it's like the same game again, so
Yeah.
that's it's not exactly the same thing. Still kind of weird, but yeah. What the hell's guys? What's going on with what is it? Intelligent Systems? Is that the studio? Yeah, what's going on over there? What's that?
They're making Stretch Mo.
We have no idea. We're just kind of just like looking at the small little tidbits they're showing us and freaking out.
Okay, well, moving away from that kind of stuff, the designs of the characters just don't seem as great as the series standards.
Yeah, like that 80s Marth with his tiny dress.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let me be an outsider for a second. Fire Emblem to me, in general, the designs are fine. There's nothing really spectacular about them. There's a couple.
Yeah.
Like I think some of the like a lot of what's Ike's games called? Radiant somethings.
Radiant Dawn, Path of
and
Radiance.
Okay, yeah, so like I've seen a couple good ones there. Of course, one of my wife who is Lynn. There's nothing really special about her design, honestly, but like that just shows that there's not like too much in this pool. And to me, although Awakening has a more preferable art style, the one I prefer, like that doesn't mean that the designs themselves are much better. Yeah, and to me, Awakening it is pretty like meh. Like it's just standard to me.
Well, the designs have always just been paste character's head on the unit body.
Yeah. Well,
and make hairstyle look as anime as possible.
So you can tell the freaking characters apart.
I just don't. I think what really makes this new game, if worse, is the fact that there's heavy theming going on with each side, so it looks like everybody looks the same. And that takes the very standard kind of averageness of Awakening and like puts it down a notch because all the color schemes are the same. So there you go.
What?
There's literally only one waifu I spotted in that trailer.
And it's the one with the giant fucking boobs, isn't it?
No, actually no. I mean,
Actually, it's the dragon.
Dragon
no. Does anybody feel like she's just like a Lucina chick? Oh wait, no. I'm not talking about the same person. I'm talking about the chick that looks to get like assaulted by a dragon in that underwater thing.
Oh, the dancer or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know. What's up with her?
Well,
She looks like a
trying to
Lucina.
pull Lucina vibes because Lucina was like, everyone loves her. So much so that only like 4 people complain about her being in Smash.
Now that you say that,
us.
now that you say that, Nico, who is for some reason eternally quiet now, Nico and I were talking about how last night about how it seems like these dudes have gotten cocky. Like Fire Emblem Awakening was a success. We have to be honest, guys, it revitalized a very like almost beginning to get underground again series. Like, and
Awakening was planned to be the last Fire Emblem if it didn't sell well.
Yes, we all know this.
So, yeah.
And it did, and it streamlined the series, although it's like easier for a lot of veterans, but it became really accessible. Of course, this new art style made it very like like the entry level for people that didn't know it. It's very low.
Yeah, the art styles is really entry level. Like, what even are you saying right there? It's an art style, David. It's not like
yeah, I know, but look,
gritty Call of Duty. It's someone's
for me,
art style.
For me, I don't watch or play certain things if it doesn't look too good sometimes. So like, if the art style just looks like let's say an anime art style that I don't prefer, it's tougher for me to get at it. Is all I'm saying. So with this, like if the next if Fire Emblem If was done in like a hyper moe art style, I know a lot of people that would jump into that just because it changed into something very contemporary. But regardless,
Fire Emblem anymore? That's a moe emblem.
let's petition for that. Let's start a Kickstarter. But anyway, all I'm saying is that Awakening was great. Everybody loved it, and I feel like the studio just like got in over its head and was like, you know what? They'll just eat whatever we throw at them this time, you know? And that's not the case, because I don't think anybody's really like happy with this.
Yeah, I can definitely see where you're coming from with that, and I do agree. And you know, I mean, I probably will end up buying the game at some point when it's available for a lower price, but as it stands now, it just really doesn't seem that appealing to me.
Right.
I'm gonna get the game, see what the backlash is, if it's like really a backlash or if everyone's just overreacting. And it's probably the second one, because it's a Nintendo game held up to a Nintendo standard.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna boast in all your faces once I beat the game and you just got it, and then I'll spoil the ending to you.
No, Mustard, I'm gonna get it too, brother.
Fuck you guys.
You're gonna get it too?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I Fire Emblem, and I love Fire Emblem, so.
Right. Yeah. No. I think I like Fire Emblem. Awakening was my first game of the series, and I enjoyed it. And I want to harken back to something, guys. Remember, I got the game relatively late.
Yeah,
compared to you guys.
Solely. Like
I heard a lot of good stuff about it, like on like every like website, and you guys kept like recommending it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just get this damn game, and I did. And it's one of the best purchases. I'm so glad it's tied to my DS, or 3DS, whatever. It's just always on there, and I can always have it. Such a good game. Now with If, I feel like if I'm getting it at all, it's probably gonna be really late again. And it's gonna take a lot of good reviews again, because I'm already disheartened about a game that's not even out yet. And Nico and I were talking, and it seems like the game plan, guys, and it should be for everybody that's watching or listening to this, is just wait till the Japanese game is out, wait till reviews for that are out, and then just like have a preconceived opinion after those reviews. Because
what do you mean? You guys already have a preconceived opinion.
Right, but form a new one. Because of course, as we know, the Japanese is coming out way earlier than the American version for some reason. That's a very big missed opportunity. Especially since Awakening brought a lot of worldwide appeal. But regardless, it's coming out first. And when that comes out first, we'll know for sure how the story plays out, if there is a huge difference in plot depending on like which family you take, and all that, you know, gives you a sense of the value that each title has. And that's going to convince you to either buy the game or buy both of the games or buy all three because there's this third version. So, you know, my final point is I'm just waiting for that. I want to see what people think as soon as the Japanese version comes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So next bit of news.
Konami.
Oh, this is great how you just said your own thoughts and then moved on.
Well, is there anything else to be said by any of you guys?
I try to get low to see if anybody else would interject, but no.
Just reiterating, you guys are freaking out over very little.
I'm not freaking out.
I mean, Awakening had lots of DLC, probably more than whatever's the DLC in this game is worth or equal, and it was all fantastic.
Are we mad about DLC though?
Yes, you are.
Because I'm more interested in the integrity of the story and like, you know, just I guess value beforehand. I don't want it to be just like a bad like just like an exclusive character per like version. Like I don't want like a Pokemon situation.
I'm not even upset.
Way more than that.
I'm not even upset about the alternate versions or anything. I'm perfectly fine with that. It just doesn't appeal to me at this point.
It's because
Yeah.
you're
Maybe it's to your point, Mustard. Maybe it's not a lot of. Maybe no point is really like major to be freaking out, but it's like a lot of little things. It's the split versions. It's this difficulty thing. It's this extra like easy difficulty thing. Like all that stuff really doesn't give me good vibes. And it might turn out to be a good game. So who knows?
It's going to be an interesting game, and it's going to be a different game.
For sure. We can commend them to that. So,
Any other thoughts on Fire Emblem? Nico?
now he's dead.
Okay.
Rip in peace. Look out for a Messina in the new Smash Cast the Fighting game.
Shh, you're not supposed to tell him about that yet.
Shit.
Okay, well, in other news, the new CEO, I believe it was, of Konami has said that mobile gaming is the future of gaming, and that's the road he wants to take Konami down.
And the whole Kojima thing was one, conflict with Kojima and the guy, and two, the guy wants to combine like almost all the teams that have been working on like actual Konami games and throw them into a big mobile department.
Okay, well, let's backtrack, Mustard. The Kojima thing is the situation with PT, right? And like what Silent Hills is gonna be.
Yeah, Silent Hills.
It's not just Silent Hills. It's just it's Kojima.
Well,
and,
yeah.
more important game, Metal Gear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kojima
The
is
future of
leaving.
Metal Gear.
Kojima's leaving Konami after Metal Gear
Metal
Solid
Gear
5.
has no future.
Mm-hmm.
All the MGS fans are gonna go commit seppuku.
If there is a future for it, it looks bleak.
Assassin's Gears.
Mobile version.
This time we're in Italy.
It's a sad time, I feel, because I don't know about you guys, even with all this like rise in mobile gaming feels better than ever to me. Like there's so much that like all three consoles give, and even stuff like on Steam and even like mobile, there's a lot of variety. There's a lot of connection between all these things, even the handhelds. Like, there's a lot of good stuff out there. But it sucks that Konami, lest we forget, one of the like main protagonists back in the day, alongside like the NES and whatnot, they were putting out games that when you heard or saw their name on like a box, you knew it was quality, you know? Like, the NES was almost like a Wii in terms of how much shovelware it had as well, you know?
Yeah.
But when you thought about Japanese games that were good, you thought like Konami in there,
Yeah,
you know?
that Castlevania too.
Oh.
Right. So it kind of sucks.
No, David, no.
Yeah, I know. It's the bad one, I know.
No Escudo.
But it just sucks to see such a great company be just like belittle their legacy and be like, you know what, those pachinko machines are really reeling in the money, and just like throw everything else to the side. And it seems like this is like majorly like a Japanese sentiment, and it sucks to kind of label it this way, but it seems to be the case for Sega as well. You know?
Yeah.
Sega's taking the shift. They're firing, reallocating people, and they seem to quote unquote understand that mobile is where it's at too. They have a new Sonic game. Guess what? It's only on mobile.
And Sega.
Yeah. So someone else interject, please.
Sega's also doing that mobile stuff, but at least they're making games for consoles.
Yeah. In terms of Silent Hills, following knowing recent trends, I think it won't be that long until we see a new Kickstarter from Guillermo del Toro and Kojima with their new survival horror game.
Quiet Plains.
Quiet Mountains.
Quiet Mountains.
Quiet Mountains is the best game.
Wait, actually, would it be Quiet Valleys? Because hills and valleys. Okay, whatever.
those mountains. Shut up.
All right, so what about that other thing, guys?
Other thing.
No. There's still some stuff on PT. Who's excited for PT, guys? And that follow-up, Silent Hills.
Nobody.
I-
It's canceled. Forever.
I did play I played PT and I fucking loved it, and I'm actually really sad about this being canceled.
It's the spookiest game of our generation.
Yeah,
The
that
spookiest part was how the actual game got canceled.
Sick baby.
It's definitely the most memorable. Like, you know how much it sucks that the game that, like, let's forget all this cancellation stuff, because it always seems like with artists and like real fine art or whatever, when the artist is dead, all their work seems to have more like merit to them. But in this case,
Kojima's
PT even had merit to it before the cancellation. It shook up the whole world with the whole,
Sick
hey,
baby.
we have a demo for some game out right now. Go play it. And we're like, what? And then everybody went to try it. With that, nobody having any walkthroughs, any preconceived notion of what this game would be, even to its ties to the Silent Hills like series, like everybody had a genuine first fright with this game. And now it's just like it's not even gonna be there. Like on the stores. Like they removed the game.
You can't even re-download it.
Yeah, like so this game, I'm sure somebody's trying to archive it, but if nobody tried to archive it, it would literally be like something that people would only talk about in years to come.
Yeah,
No, like,
I have
it
it.
would just be footage.
Sync baby.
It's sad.
was like my favorite character.
Sync baby for Smash.
I don't think people understand how important it is that people like Del Toro are getting involved in games.
Yeah.
Well, he's trying again
Yeah, it
and
seems like
failing
it's
again.
Yeah. But one can dream. Hopefully they do reunite again and make.
I just imagine him in his office right now. He's like, every time.
Anyway, anyone else want to add, or are we moving?
I don't have anything else to say.
Same.
Bathroom baby for Smash.
No.
Alright, so again, with the trend of Kickstarter projects funding canceled games in a new life, Yooka-Laylee is the new spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie made by Platonic Games,
Yeah.
and it looks good.
Oh, for those that don't know, Platonic Games consists of a lot of like I think like either ex or like former Rare members or whatever.
Those both mean the same thing.
Made the gaming masterpiece Star Fox Adventures.
I kind of liked Adventures. So the game is being composed by Grant Kirkhope and David Wise, two of the greatest Rareware composers behind Banjo-Kazooie and the Donkey Kong Country series. And I'm really excited for not only this game, but its soundtrack as well. The platforming and gameplay itself looks really solid, and even the lighting and graphics in just the alpha look amazing.
Can you allow me to do something?
What's that?
No.
Let me dump on your dreams real quick.
Okay.
First of all, I was never a fan of Banjo-Kazooie. Okay.
That's because you have bad tastes.
And by never a fan, I never played a game. It just never appealed to me, right?
Good job judging a game before ever playing it.
No, I'm not saying it was. I never said it was bad. I just said I was never a fan. Doesn't mean I was disliking it. I just didn't sign up under a fandom.
That's because you didn't play it.
Exactly. So because of that, I don't have the nostalgic like drive behind Yooka-Laylee. So I can only look at it as like a pure game, as some new game that's fits right. I mean, obviously, I'm not trying to disregard what it is, but to me, like if I play it, it'll just be basically like, I guess, somewhat a new experience. I mean, I played 64, but it's not really like Banjo-Kazooie. And by 64, I mean Super Mario 64. They're very different in terms of gameplay. But and on top of that, like, do you guys like the name? I actually find it kind of dumb.
I do like it. I think it's not as good as, Banjo-Kazooie does have a better ring to it.
Soup, Will you allow me to do this?
What?
I'm gonna reverse dump on you. I'm gonna suck that up my butt. Well, anyway.
That's the second
What?
Well, anyway, I've also not played a second of Banjo-Kazooie, and I am hyped as fuck for this game.
Yeah, same. I have never played Banjo-Kazooie, but I'm looking forward to
Oh,
it.
good.
Okay.
Plebs.
Well-
Bryson would be disappointed.
I actually did not play Banjo-Kazooie until very recently, and I fell in love with it as soon as I played it. And with this game, I feel like they are trying too hard to recapture exactly what they had with Banjo-Kazooie by bringing back the old composers, which, I mean, that's not a bad thing at all. But I feel like they're falling short in some aspects, such as the character design, which isn't necessarily bad. It's just
Bland.
It's awful. She isn't even wearing pants.
Yeah,
okay.
it's
Like
Yuka, right?
Yuka is the chameleon.
Why,
Okay,
why
yeah.
are they both boys? Those are girl names.
They are, yes.
Well, let's draw a comparison for you, dude. Because all that, and maybe you're not consistent, but I'm gonna say that I'm consistent beforehand. Mighty Number 9 struck me the same way, and I also,
I agree.
I also wasn't a big fan of how much it was trying to be Mega Man. When I saw, all right, the nigga's blue again, and like, oh, he has like a girl that's there that's like pink. Cool. like guys, come on. Like I get it, and I get that maybe Keiji Inafune can only think in blue and pink when it comes to these like side-scrolling shooters, but it feels too, like, it feels almost cringeworthy. Like, we can make Mega Man 2, and like I feel like I'd rather they try to like separate as much while still just getting the most important thing, which is the gameplay, you know?
Yeah. On the topic of Konami, you know, the one that we passed a while ago, and this Kickstarter stuff, I can't find it right now, but there's a guy doing a Castlevania thing, and he's the old Castlevania guy.
Yeah, that's Iga something.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Because I didn't hear it.
No, not here. I don't think we talked about it here
Exactly.
on the podcast. Well, if you want to talk about that, it's like, what is it, Bloodstained?
Yeah, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I just saw it.
Yeah,
2 million of its 500k bowl.
I know.
Yeah.
On the differentiating yourself, that does look like it differentiates itself in the character design and other aspects, but the gameplay still looks intact,
Yeah.
and that I can appreciate. That one is
Sort of.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about. As much as you see, I played Mega Man a lot.
Yeah.
So I am kind of hyped for Mighty Number 9. Ukulele might turn out to be good, you know, too, assuming that Mighty Number 9 is going to be good. It's just that I don't have any hype for it. Regardless of whether I have hype for it or not, I kind of am less cringy about Bloodstained because it seems like it's, besides the gameplay, it's not trying to be something of the past. It's just trying to make sure you get that gameplay that you missed. It's not trying to be Castlevania like down to every beat.
My name is Byman Salmont.
Yeah, that is come on.
They have David Hayter as a voice. It's more of
That's not a problem.
a steel cog thing.
Yeah. I just hope Ukulele comes out good. I don't know if, like, can you guys think about this? Imagine like 10 years from now, can Ukulele cement itself into like gaming culture the same way Banjo-Kazooie did, even after just trying to be just that? Like, can a copy be just as good and just as like well known?
The fact that like these guys are known for making these games, making them good, and they're all like coming back and making their games. Like, this will be like kind of like a mini era. It's like the era of the guys who originally made the games saying "fuck you" to their old developers.
Yeah.
And then it was great.
Like, all we need now is for the games to be good, and I wonder if that's gonna rewrite history, because then we might see like a lot more. Well, I don't know about Mega Man, but a lot more like Mighty Number 9 shirts and Ukulele shirts and
Sakurai gets kicked out of, and he goes, "Okay, it's time for Bash Bros."
Bash sisters.
All with these Kirby copyright characters that I managed to snag on my way out.
They're Kirby. Yeah. I just pray these games turn out good, you know?
They all look like they'll be really good and fun to play to me. It's just there's some things that are wrong with that I see as problems with it, but you know, it's not like that'll ruin the entire experience for me.
They have to be perfect so my childhood could be recaptured.
And also, it's not like that stuff can't change.
Yeah, these are still in development, of course.
Yeah.
No, they're not. They're all done right now. They're just waiting.
Okay.
This was a conspiracy by all three of them.
So they didn't even need our money.
Yep.
They're just
they all won big on the Konami pachinko.
Oh man. It's kind of crazy though. Despite all I guess I wasn't really criticizing Bloodstained, but Bloodstained really got a lot of funding really fast. So did Yooka-Laylee. Yeah. Like, Mighty Number 9 is a success, but holy crap, like these other two games got funded quick as hell.
Yeah.
That's because like people are like, oh, this is like Mighty Number 9. Let's throw our money at it as fast as we can this time.
Yeah.
So that way they can't sneak a TV show past us.
Yeah, what was up with that?
Keiichi was just like, wait, we need more stretch goals.
So let's start a new Kickstarter for the TV show.
I'm pretty sure that one got funded too.
God damn it.
Yay!
Guys, the last thing I need is a Mighty Number. What is this? No. That's kind of what I'm saying. Do you think we're gonna have like there will be kids that are like bigger fans of like Mighty Number 9 than like Mega Man or like Yooka-Laylee over like Banjo's kind of dead anyway.
But new Mega Man, like there's like a new era of cartoons and stuff where instead of like the good shit, we've got like I don't fucking know.
Gumball's big gum. Yep. Amazing World of Gumball.
The amazing one regular gum adventure gum.
Universe.
Super gum.
My little gummy.
Okay.
These kids and their TV shows, the kids need to fall in love with new things instead of old things.
Kids these days.
Because like with the old stuff, it's like you gotta go back to the original stuff to get all the references. But if they just make new shit, then you're just like, oh, that's fine.
Kids these days. Okay. We had Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
These kids don't.
Something I like seeing with those two campaigns getting funded really quick is them just like scrambling to make new stretch goals.
Yeah. Like,
that's so funny.
A Hat in Time's stretch goals were, hey, we'll get Grant Kirkhope to do stuff. Yooka-Laylee stretch goals were like, hey, we'll get Grant Kirkhope to do even more stuff.
we'll make a rap for you. Please just give us more money. Or actually, no. Please stop giving us money. We'll rap.
We have enough money. Stop.
DLC that's free to backers. That's their newest stretch goal.
Oh. All right. Is there really anything else we have to say?
Oh yeah, tons more.
No.
Well, thank you to Nico for all of your wonderful commentary this episode.
I don't know.
Thanks for being so quiet.
Well, thank you all for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter @SmashCastTweets and like us on Facebook, facebook.com/TheSmashCast.
Oh shit, we forgot about Candy Crush. And that's where we cut it.
That's good. I'd rather forget about Candy Crush.
Let's not talk about Candy Crush.
It comes pre-installed in Windows 10. Who cares? There's an uninstall button, okay?
I don't know. Why are you even saying stuff? We cut it just a second ago.
Goodbye.